What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Man, I missed y'all last week, man. I had an opportunity to travel up to Pennsylvania to watch my youngest son, who attends Lehigh University, play a big-time rivalry game against Lafayette and celebrate his 20th birthday. And I'm going to use that as my excuse for missing my third YouTube post. But you know what? We're going to reset, jump back into it again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Darrell M. O'Neal. The M stands for Mysterious Bag, trying to reveal all the mysteries surrounding money, investing, personal finance, financial literacy, and the lessons that I've learned over my 50 years of life and basically the last 20 years, acquiring assets, implementing some fundamental principles that have served both myself and, more importantly, my family, economically. And so with that, this week, I wanted to dive into consistency. You know, there's this concept that says, be, do, have. If you can become the individual capable of accomplishing whatever it is that goal is you have set for yourself, that'll allow you to do the things that will afford you the opportunity to have the things that you desire to have in life. And so I believe what I'm going to do over the next 5 years, my initial goal, I'm going to set out to do a YouTube video once a week. Every Sunday, I'll post a video. And I'm taking up a challenge from this guy named Myron Golden. If you don't know who he is, or if you haven't heard about him, I would definitely highly recommend you check him out on YouTube. He's a phenomenal brother. He's a wealth coach, life coach, but the core of his principles is they're biblical based, spiritually based on lessons from the good book, and how he applies those lessons in his life, in his business, and how it's helped revolutionize the way he sees and operates his life and business. And he spoke of these 4 levels of generating revenue or generating income. And he was saying the first level is, you know, trading time for your labor and how there's a certain economic cap. And then the second level is managing those who are actually doing the task, trading the time for the labor. And he says, but the big level where you can turn your annual income to your monthly income is if you're able to become a better communicator. And I was like, what? Communicator? He was like, yeah, all you need is 2 things. One is a mouth, which everybody has. And the second is the willingness to open your mouth and have or create conversations that create cash flow or messages that move the masses. And so I was compelled. I watched the video about 3 or 4 times. It's Money Follows Mastery, if you're interested in checking it out. I would list the link in the description underneath it, but I'm so new to YouTube, I don't even know how to do that yet. But part of this journey is learning how to do all of those funky things that they talk about in all of the YouTube videos. Like, hey, I'm gonna leave that link at the bottom of the video, you know, click on it, it'll take you wherever. I'm gonna figure that out. I haven't done it before, but hey, it's figure outable. I'm gonna figure it out. So with that, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, show some love. If there's anything in this video that I share with you that impacts your life or you're just intrigued about, by all means, share it with family or friends, because we're about to go on a heck of a journey, one heck of a journey. It's a 5-year journey. You know, I'm considering this month 1, you know, week 3, but technically I'm going to call this day 1, because what Myron recommended, he says, you know, I've told thousands of people what the formula is, and he says only a few have decided to act on what he shared. And one of the first things he said do was get Innovation Secrets by Steve Jobs, read that book and apply the principles in that book to your life, and then come back and share the impact that the application of those principles had. Then he also says, in becoming a better communicator, you want to read more, watch less TV, which will be a breeze for me, and then apply the lessons from the various readings as well as writings, whether it's journaling or writing my first book. And I want to take you all on that journey with me. As of today, all I know how to do is actually record a video. I'm going to share some nuggets from some lessons in my life that have served me both principle-wise and economically. And more importantly, I'm excited about this journey to share with you guys how to become a better communicator. YouTube is a hell of a platform. I have no expectations in regards to asking anything of you other than to, hit that like button or hit the subscribe. But I just want to share with you, and hopefully you can follow me on my journey, and let's see where this thing goes at. I believe it was, and forgive me, the is what I'm looking to alleviate from my communication skills, because it's just filler. And going forward, those are the things I'm being conscious of as I try to convey a more clear and precise message in regards to how we can better ourselves. And so on this journey to becoming a better communicator, you want to, or I would like to share with you all what that journey looks like, the challenges, the successes, the failures, and ultimately the victories and the lessons that'll come out of this journey. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to acquire that book, Innovation Secrets by Steve Jobs. By next week's video, I'll have that book, and hopefully I've banged a few chapters out of it and I can share it with you guys. And yeah, this is going to be intriguing, because according to Myron, once you reach the ability to effectively communicate, it's the words and how you convey those words that can potentially create conversations that create cash flow, messages that move the masses, and more importantly, you become a greater version of yourself. And that's what I look to do with this YouTube channel, coupled with share some life lessons with you that I've shared with friends, family, my sons, my wife, in regards to how to master the money that you're currently making and how to multiply that. My ultimate goal, I have to overcome this self-limiting belief that if somebody out there can make their annual income monthly, which clearly is not that difficult to do, then I can do it. And the most I've ever made on a W-2 job has been $80,000. And the idea that I can become a better version of myself, a more marketable, a more valuable individual to the marketplace, to the extent that I can generate $80,000 a month, because the value or the service or the ability to solve problems for enough people on a large enough scale that can create that, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind, because I'm a very rational, I've been, go to school, get an education, get a good job, wash, rinse, repeat, and you retire when you're in your 50s or 60s. I kind of followed that blueprint. I deviated from it, acquired a few assets, I've set aside some nest egg into the stock market and things of that nature. But effectively communicating and creating conversations that create cash flow, messaging that moves the masses, is just something that I'm very intrigued by. And anyway, with that, I look to report to you guys next week the acquisition of the book, Innovation Secrets by Steve Jobs. I'm going to read that, look to apply some of the principles that I take from that book into my actual day-to-day life. And each week I'll tell you a little bit more about who I am, what my background is, so that we can get more familiar with each other. I appreciate you for logging in, checking out this video. If you found it useful, helpful, or just intriguing, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button and share this with family and friends. And I'll see you guys next week, YouTube. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.